Namaste. My name is Dori. In today's class we're going to be doing a half class. Sometimes it's called yin yin or flow and stretch. So we're going to do some flowing movements to get the energy flowing, get the blood circulation, and then we're going to do some deep stretches, some slower resting poses to finish off. So let's just get to it now. So let's just start by finding a comfortable seated posture, either cross-legged, sitting on maybe a prop if you need to lift your hips higher for comfortable seated posture, maybe sitting on your heels. You can also sit in a chair to start with. And let's just close down our eyes. Let's just pose. Just start to notice your breath. Notice, where am I at this moment? Noticing the rhythm of your breath. And just checking in with your body. Making sure your face doesn't have any tension, your neck is not tight. Relaxing through the pelvis as well. Sometimes we hold it in, squeeze it in, so just allow it gently to relax. Until we arrive to this present moment. No need to worry about future or past, you're just right in this moment. Anytime if you feel your mind wanders, come back to your breathing. And just gently starting to deepen the breath now. You might want to bring your left hand up to the upper chest and the right hand onto the belly, close to the navel. And starting to deepen the breath as you breathe in, filling up the lower, middle and upper lungs. You can start to feel as you breathe in that your right hand also rises as your belly rises. Rib cage expands. Just notice the rhythm. Your breath is unforced, naturally flowing. You're breathing in prana, life force. Nice. And as you exhale, releasing your arms down, you can bring your hands into your lap. And you can take some bigger inhalations and lift your shoulders up, maybe opening your eyes, but you can keep them closed. And as you exhale, drop your shoulders, exhale out through the mouth. Big sigh out. Great, now take a big inhalation, lift your arms up, reach your fingertips up. And as you exhale, releasing your arms down, let's just repeat. Big inhalation, reaching up, exhaling, nicely release. Now just coming up, we're coming up onto our knees. So if your knees is sensitive, if the floor is a bit too hard, you can roll your mat under or use a blanket, bring your hands onto your hips. As you inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, stepping the left leg out, left foot is facing forward. Making sure your hips are nice and leveled. As you inhale, reach up. As you exhale, bringing that opposite hand down and reaching over with the arm, reaching to the side. As an option, if you want to go a little deeper, you might want to add a little back arch here, opening through the chest. And we're going to do some flowing warm up here. So as we exhale, we come back and flow automatically toward the other side. Maybe adding your back bend Maybe not, maybe just staying in one line. And as you exhale back, as you inhale, reaching up. Exhale, nice stretch. One more time on each side. Got a little dynamism here. And as you exhale, coming down, bring your hands forward, coming onto your tippy toes, coming up onto the balls of your feet, and just rising up. As you inhale, coming up a little bit higher, lift your heels closer to your bum. And as you exhale, bringing your heels down closer to the mat. So we're just lifting our heels up, coming up onto the balls of the feet, making sure your toes are facing forward and that you're not hunching over. You can use blocks or use a chair in front of you. Exhale, bringing them down. One more time. A little bit warmer for our feet. And as you exhale, bring your hands in front or maybe onto a prop. You're going to lift your hips up, sitting bones starting to point up towards the ceiling. As we exhale, start to fold forward into your forward fold. You might want to step your feet a little wider than hip width apart. You can also bend your knees, making sure again that you're not rounding through the spine. It's really important that we don't carry weight on the spine. So if you need to, you can bend your knees and then we can start to sway from side to side. Arms nice and relaxed. Head is just hanging there, neck muscles relaxed. And then now we can grab our opposite elbows and keep swaying. You can move a bit dynamically, but if that's too much, you can just move nice and slow, respect your body. On your next inhalation, we're starting to roll up to standing, bending your knees, starting to bring the hips forward, arms relaxed, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae. As we come up, we do just a few rolls with the shoulders. You can roll them forward, up and then back. You can add a bit of body movement as you move. Remember that your whole body is included in yoga and all the movements, so you can always include and think about other body parts, even if you're just rolling our shoulders. Nice. And we're going to stand with our feet hip width apart. Tadasana alignment, so lengthening through the legs, using our feet nice and stable. Pubic bone and tailbone very gently pressing towards each other, so you can keep the space in your spine. Roll the shoulders away, and then we're going to breathe in. Bring our arms up, reach up, maybe do a gentle back bend. Exhaling, release your arms. Let's just repeat 2 more times. And as you exhale, release. Now we're going to just do some loose twists, so just to give a little warmth to your arms as well and to the whole body. Just move freely here. Great. Now we're going to bring our arms up, shoulders stay nice and stable and away from your ears. And as you reach up, think about that you're not allowing the chest and the rib cage to tilt forwards. We're still keeping that Tadasana alignment, mountain pose. Think about that as you reach your arms up. Nice, keeping that nice length. Beautiful. Exhale, release. Let's just repeat. As you inhale, reach up. And then from here, we're going to bring the left arm forward and the right arm back. And then just bringing them down as you exhale, as you inhale, reaching them up over to the other side. So a nice full rounds with the arms. As you inhale up. And then we can fasten it up a little bit. If that feels a bit too quick for you, you can still keep it nice and slow, but you can just add a little bit more dynamic breath as well as you exhale, allowing some momentum for your arms. Last one. Great, and now we start on the opposite side. So now the right arm comes forward, left arm back. Just start nice and slow, move with the breath. And then you can do it a little bit quicker. Great, now reach up and then we're going to roll forward. As you exhale, fold, and you can still bend your knees. Release, shaking with your head, making sure the neck doesn't have any tension. As you inhale, rolling up to standing, vertebrae by vertebrae. As you inhale, reach up. Let's just repeat. As you exhale, folding forward. And as you inhale, rolling up to standing. Now we're going to do half sun salutation. Full half sun salutation. That's a good combo. So as we inhale, we reach up. As we exhale, we fold forward. As we inhale, we come up into half forward fold. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Keeping the same alignment, no weight in your lower back and your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your knees, arms out wide, but you can also roll up to standing instead. Let's just repeat. Exhale to fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, fold. And inhaling, coming up to standing. Beautiful, releasing your arms, and now we're going to do full sun salutation, Surya Namaskar A. So you can come up onto the front of your mat with your feet hip width apart. You can also step them together. Just choose a word that works for you. If you're stepping them together, you can bring your big toes to touch and your heels to slightly be away from each other. As you inhale, reach up, maybe back bending, maybe staying in the center. As you exhale, fold. As you inhale, reach forward, lift your heart, exhaling, fold and stepping back to plank. Now this is our first plank. You might want to do high plank, might want to do just kneeling plank to start with. Inhale, and as you exhale, bend your elbows. And then coming with the chin and the chest down, and then as you exhale, lengthening all the way down, bringing your hands a little lower than your shoulders, pressing through your toes, pointing your toes, lengthening. As you inhale, coming up into your first cobra. Let's just do your baby cobra first, just to gradually prepare the body. As you exhale, coming down, curling your toes, lifting up, pressing back into downward facing dog as you exhale. Now this is our first downward facing dog. So if you feel that your hamstrings are really tight, or if you feel that you're just rounding through the spine, you might need to step your legs a little wider than hip width apart. You can also just again bend your knees. And you can also walk it out, bringing your heels down one by one. Just check in with yourself. How is your body feeling in this pose? Shoulders away from your ears, feeling the lengthening through the arms, through the shoulders, through the spine. Next inhalation, start to walk forward. Exhale to fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale, fold. And as you inhale, standing up. And exhale, releasing your arms down. And we're going to do this 3 more times, a little bit quicker each time if that feels alright for you. If you want to go slower, nice and slow, that's alright, because you're doing the best thing for your body. You're listening to your body. So never feel discouraged if I'm doing something a bit too quick for you or even too slow for you, because you know your body the best and you know what feels the nicest for it, yeah? So just listen in. Inhale, reach up, exhale to fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale, coming down, stepping back into plank, any variation. Inhale, and as you exhale, either coming down through chaturanga by coming up onto the balls of your feet, Bending the elbows, bring the elbows in and lowering down, keeping the core engaged, or bringing your knees down and then the chest, chin down. As you inhale, coming up into cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale down and back to downward facing dog. Take a pose here. You can take a nice and big cleansing breath as you inhale and as you exhale out through the mouth. And as you inhale, step or hop forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half forward, fold. Exhale, fold. And as you inhale, stand up. And then we're doing it 2 more times in your rhythm. As you inhale, half. As you exhale, back into your plank variation. Making sure that you press through your heels, lift up through the core, through the heart space. And as you exhale, lower down. As you inhale, coming up either through upward facing dog or cobra. And then as you exhale, back into downward facing dog. Inhale, step or hop forward. Exhale. And as you inhale, stand up. And the last one, I will say quick little poses, so you can just do it nice and quick, a little bit more dynamism. As you exhale, fold, and then back to plank. Taking your vinyasa, coming down and then up to cobra or up dog as you inhale. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. And as you inhale, step or hop forward. Lifting up. Exhale to fold. And as you inhale, stand up. And then just coming down. You can just close down your eyes if you don't feel dizzy. You can step your legs a little wider than hip width apart, and you can just start to sway from side to side or do some circles around the midline of your body. Just feeling, how am I feeling now? Sometimes when we sit too much in front of the PC or we spend too much time at home, sometimes we can feel a little bit low energy. So it's a really good, yoga can be a really good tool for you to get your energy flowing and going in your body and get that motivation up again. So hope you're feeling a lot better now. Great, and then releasing the arms, coming back onto the top of your mat. Your feet hip width apart, so you can just check in with your hip bones, lengthening to Tadasana alignment. Bring your hands onto your hips, lengthen here. And then from here we're going to step back with the left leg, coming up into high lunge. So coming up onto the balls of the foot of the left foot. Lengthening, bending the front knee. And we're going to bring our arms up, reaching up. So just checking in with your alignment, making sure that you don't allow your rib cage and your pelvis to tilt forward. If that happens, you might need to bring your legs a little closer to each other, and you can also tiny bit bend that back knee so that it helps you keeping that space in your low back. We're going to do some twisting here. So on the next inhalation, we just reach up. And as we exhale, we're just going to do a twist to bring the left arm forward and then the right arm back. Twisting to the side. Turn with your head as well to the side. As you inhale, reaching up as you exhale. Keeping your legs nice and stable. Use your thigh muscles. Twist to the other side. Inhale, reach up. Exhaling, twisting. One more time to the other side. And as you exhale, stepping forward, you can shake your legs out before we continue with the other side. Hands on hips, check in with your alignment. Very gently draw your chin in, so that making sure that you can keep the back of your neck nice and long. And as you exhale, stepping the right leg back. keeping stable. And then from here, again, just check in your alignment, check in with your pelvis, check in with your hips, that you can keep them facing forward. As you inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, this time the right arm forward, left arm back. Move in harmony with the breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhaling, twist. Each side, one more time. Exhale to twist. Inhale back and exhaling down. One more breath in, and as you exhale, coming back to center again. Shake your legs out. Now we are going to step with the right leg back, so you can step to the side or face to the side. So we're going to face with your feet parallel to each other and facing to the side, and bring your hands onto your hips. So nice and wide standing here. So inhale, we just lengthen here. You can close down your eyes, check in with yourself. Making sure that you can keep the breath nice and flowing. And you're going to start to sway a little bit from side to side here, going a little bit deeper each time. So if you're going to lean as well forward as we go deeper into the pose. So if you normally use a block or maybe a chair in front of you for this kind of poses, then just bring it here, so you can just have them handy, use them if you need them. And we're going to start swaying towards the left leg first, bending that knee, stretching through that right leg. Inhale back, exhale to the other side. Just keep it going. You can even close down your eyes, just really listen to the body, how it is feeling. Through the sequence, is it allowing you to go a little deeper? You can start to hunch through the hips forward. As we come a little deeper, you can start to bend your knees as well a little deeper each time. And just see, how does that feel as you come forward. And then once you're nice and close towards the ground, you can start to bring your hands either down onto a chair, onto blocks, and just keep swaying with the legs from one side to the other. Now if you want to go a little deeper from here, this is just optional. You can, as you bend one knee, you can lift that heel up and come up onto the balls of that foot, and then come up onto the heel of the other foot and straighten the leg and flex the other foot. Yeah, so as you inhale, come back. As you exhale, over to the other side. This is just an option. If you want to go with the other version, just still keep swaying. If you use props, use props. And just do as dynamically as it feels okay on your body. If you want to go slow, you can go slow. One more time on each side. Really getting that blood circulation going, I hope. And as we inhale, we come back, keeping with your feet facing forward and coming into a forward fold, a wide-legged forward fold. As we exhale, we start to fold. If you're using a block or two, then just bring your hands onto it and very slowly go a little bit deeper. You can take a nice big exhalation out through the mouth as well, just to release any tension you might still be holding. Let it go. And when you're ready, coming back into the center. Bring your hands back onto your hips, bending your knees and using your thigh muscles to lift yourself back up to standing. Reach your arms up. And as you exhale, releasing your arms down. Now we're going to come into the yin part of the class. So you're going to just come down on the mat. So if you're using any props, maybe a bolster, maybe a cushion, a blanket or a block can be really handy, so you can prepare them. If you don't have blocks or don't have yoga props, then don't worry, you can use a cushion, an old blanket, an old towel at home. Just becoming a little creative with some everyday objects can help. As we inhale, we reach our arms up. As we exhale, we fold and then bending our knees and sitting down. We're going to do a seated pose to start with. So if you have a block, you might want to just put it in front of you. Again, you might want to use some cushions and stack them over each other. So you have different options here. We're going to start from a normal cross-legged, and from there we're just going to slide our feet forward so that your shins and your thighs are forming a triangle shape. Now if you've got that and that's comfortable for you, you can try to lift the front foot up and place it so that it kind of sits in between your thigh and your shin in that little nest that it's creating. So once you've got the triangle shape, you can either do this hop version or just doing with both legs down, just forming the triangle shape. And again, if this creates any tension in the low back, you feel super tight, you feel that you need to hunch over, then just use a prop, maybe a cushion to sit on to lift your hips a little bit higher. And from here, we're just going to fold forward. So as we inhale, we lengthen through the crown of our head, from the base of your spine up to the crown of your head. And as we exhale, you can start to gently fold, keeping your sitting bones nice and grounded. We don't want to shorten through the low back. So if you feel your sitting bones are lifting up, come back, lengthen, making sure that your base is nice and stable, and from there we are starting to fold nice and gradually. And then maybe just resting your forehead on a block or two, or any prop that you have handy. Just noticing how your breath is gradually calming down after this dynamic movement we've been doing. Now this is time to release and rest. So use only the necessary amount of muscle work you need to, but not more. Just very slowly rising up to an upright position. And then we're going to do the opposite side. So just releasing your legs. You might just want to stretch them out a bit, shake them. Maybe giving yourself a tiny bit of massage, and then crossing your legs in the opposite way. So this might be a little weird because we normally have one leg forward and we don't really use the opposite way, so that might feel a little weird. And also sometimes this other side can be a little bit tighter than the previous one, so you might feel, oh, okay, I need to do an easier version on this one. That's totally fine. So once you're ready, either lifting that foot up and putting up, or just sliding them forward to shape for that triangle shape. And just gradually coming into the pose. As you gradually release into the pose, just be aware how each body part is feeling as you release and come down. Sometimes you might feel okay, somewhere I feel super tight, so I just need to come a bit higher, or just focus on that body part to release it through each exhalation. Moving with this consciousness. And anytime if you feel your mind wanders, just know that that's a totally fine and normal thing of the human mind. We all do it. Just come back and bring your awareness back to the breath if that happens. And very gently rising up, coming up, removing your prop, just slowly coming out of the pose. Again, maybe giving yourself a little massage. And then we're coming up into your hands and knees now. And from our hands and knees, we're just going to walk our knees back, bending your elbows, hugging your elbows, and as you're coming down onto the mat, all the way down. We're going to do a shorter stretch from here. So if you have a cushion or if you have a block that you can put in front of you, that will be helpful so that you can rest your forehead on it. So we're just starting from a Sphinx position, lengthening through the legs as you rise up. And then you can reach forward with that left hand and lift the left elbow out. And we're just starting with the right arm, sliding it over to the left side. You can either bring that palm facing down, or you can also turn your palm facing upwards, whichever is comfortable for you. And now we can reach over to the opposite side. So with the left arm over to the right side and very gently releasing down. Now you have the option to just bring your chin, resting it on the shoulder, but that might, for some people, it might cause some tension in your throat. So if you want to have a little more space in your throat, then just bring a block or a cushion or a folded blanket in front so that you can rest your forehead on it. And just gently releasing into this one. You can feel some nice gradual release to happen through the shoulders, through the shoulder blades and the space in between the shoulder blades. You can relax your legs and you can allow your ankles to gently turn out to the side. Relaxing through your hips. No need to hold tension in your body. And just very slowly coming out, starting to rise up. And to come back into your Sphinx position. Nice. Now we're just going to repeat this on the other side. So now reaching with the right hand forward, right elbow lifts up, reaching with the left arm right underneath the right arm, reaching over. And then once ready, again, maybe turning your palm up or palm down. And then with the right arm over to the left. Just relaxing into the pose. Check in with yourself. Am I holding some muscle groups or some tension in my body? Relaxation through the jaw, through the facial muscles. Sometimes we don't even notice how much tension we hold in there. Slowly coming out of the pose. And we're just going to roll all the way down to the floor. Bring your arms beside your body, palms facing up, and you can turn your head to one side so you can fully release your arms and shoulders, feeling that weight, feeling that gentle pull of gravity. Just taking a few breaths here. You can close down your eyes. And your next inhalation, we are coming up into seal pose. So starting to lengthen through the legs as we come up. We're starting as a Sphinx. So in the Sphinx pose, you can bring your elbows just about underneath your shoulders as you reach up. But sometimes this creates some tension in the low back. So if that happens, you can also very gently making sure that you have your pelvis nice and flat on the mat. So sometimes it's because your hips are a little bit lifted, so trying to flatten. And also you can just bring your arms forward. Now, why did I show this? Because we're doing seal? No, because this is one of the options that you can do instead of seal. So now we are showing the seal pose. If you're going with the seal, you can come up onto your hands and lifting up through the elbows. Making sure that you don't collapse into your shoulders. Lifting up, drawing very gently your chin in, keeping the neck nice and long. So we have some muscle work going on in our arms, but the rest of the body can be nice and relaxed. So you can relax through the hips, through the legs. Now again, if this creates some tension in the lower back, just slide your hands forward so you can decrease the curve. Or if you want to go deeper, you want a nice big deep opening here, you can walk your hands closer to the body. So either swings or seal. Keeping your breath nice and flowing. Sometimes we don't even notice that we start to hold the breath. So just keeping it nice and flowing naturally. Just enjoying some quiet time. And when you're ready in your next exhalation, lowering down, again bringing your arms alongside of the body, palms facing up, and this time turning your head to the opposite side. Again, allowing your shoulders to fully relax towards your mat. Taking some fully resting moments. And from here, I'm just going to do some stretches with our thighs. So you can just bring your forehead back to the center and just lower it down onto your mat. If this is a bit too hard on your forehead, just slide a blanket or a cushion underneath. You can relax your left forearm down beside your body, and you can just lift the right foot, bend the right knee, and you can try to reach over to your right foot and just gently bring the right heel as close as possible to your buttocks. Try not to forcefully pull that leg with your arms. So the arm is just there and the hand is just there as a guide. But we are moving with the breath, allowing it to release each time through each exhalation. Turn your awareness now to your hip, checking in with your hip, trying to gently release your hip. And checking in with your low back and your spine. Release. And as you exhale, release and switching sides. And through each exhalation, allowing the heel to come closer to your body. And just gradually again check in with your right leg. Release. Check in with the left leg. Release. Check in with both hips. And release. Check in with your core muscles. Release. Check in with your low back, your buttocks, your glutes. And release. And as you exhale, releasing that leg. Very gently coming up back onto your hands and knees and just walking forward in your mat so we can just roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. So I'd like to bring my arms forward with our palms facing each other so that we can roll down vertebrae by vertebrae nice and slow. So you'll use a little core work here. Nice, and we can just hug our knees and start to rock side to side. Let's just massage that sacrum and lower back area. And then we're going to do happy baby. So let's just open through the thighs, through the legs. And then lifting your shins up, and you can either reach over to your feet from the outer edge. If this is too much, you can maybe grab the outer side of your calves and allowing that pull of gravity to pull your arms down over to the mat. Again, if this is too much, if your legs are up here, you can also just grab the outer side of your thighs and very gently allowing just a gentle release to happen through each exhalation. So choose a version. And through this one, in this yin version of this pose, we're just staying still. If you want to rock side to side to start with, you can. You can even keep swaying a little bit through the whole practice, but sometimes it's just really nice to enjoy this as a still version. Listening fully inwards. And as you exhale, releasing. As you inhale, reach with your legs and your arms up. Take a big inhalation. As you exhale, you can hug your knees in again, just nice and close to your body. Draw your chin in. And take a big inhalation again and lengthen with your arms up, with your legs back. Give length to your body, and as you exhale, hug your knees in again. And we're going to do some twists now, so you can bring your arms out in a cactus shape. If you have a bolster, you have a cushion or a folded blanket, this might be good to have it handy. I'm going to keep your knees bent and just lift your hips up and place them over to the right side of your mat. And as you exhale, you can start to bring your knees down over to the left. Now, if you have a cushion or a bolster, you can gently slide it underneath your legs so you don't create any tension by not being able to bring your legs fully down to touch the floor. So this way you can just relax into the twist. If this feels nice, you can turn your head to the right. Just close down your eyes and release into this twist. Releasing through the calves, through the legs, releasing through the thighs, inner thighs, hamstrings, quads, glutes, hips, the muscles of your back, releasing down. And gently coming back to center. And just repeating this on the other side. Again, lifting your hips up and placing them over to the left side of the mat this time. And as you exhale, releasing your legs towards the right, maybe turning your head to the left. And again, you can gradually check in with yourself from your feet up towards the top of your head. Very gently coming back to center. And before going into Shavasana, you can just start to rock side to side again. Give an extra massage for your low back. And when you're ready, preparing for Shavasana now. So if you have a bolster or a cushion, you can just slide it underneath your knees. And just rolling down again, vertebrae by vertebrae, making sure you have a nice and comfortable position. You can just bring your arms by your side, palms facing up. And just closing down your eyes if you haven't already. And just checking in. Relaxing through the toes, through the arches of your feet, ankles, through your calf muscles, your knees, your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, releasing through your hips, your core muscles, through the chest, relaxing through the muscles of your back. Release your shoulders, arms, wrists, and your hands. Your fingers are just naturally curled. Relax your neck muscles. Relax your throat. Releasing through the jaw and the facial muscles. Your eyeballs are nice and heavy. And your head is nice and heavy. And just feeling that heaviness spreading across your whole body. You can check in with yourself, any tightness, any held tension, gently release them through each exhalation. And just breathe. You can just witness how is your body breathing. And any thought is coming into your mind, just accept it. And just as you can witness your breathing, you can witness your souls. Just be a silent witness. And you can release into stillness. Just very gently starting to bring your awareness back to your breathing. Again, you can just start to witness. And then you can start to witness your surrounding, the sounds you can hear, the temperature of the room. And just witnessing your body. Just gradually wakening it up, starting to roll your ankles and wrists, maybe wiggle your toes and fingers. Maybe stretch your arms overhead, stretch your legs back as you take a bigger inhalation. Maybe hugging your knees in and rocking side to side, but just listen to your body, what it needs to gradually wake up. And from here, just turning to your right side now. Just taking a moment or two there. And when you're ready, pushing yourself up into a comfortable seated posture, just moving nice and slow. Finding a comfortable position. Just keep focusing on the breath. And just to finish off, we're going to practice some mantra breathing, mantra meditation. So we're going to do Gauranga, just to purify the mind and enjoy some sound vibrations. So don't worry how your voice sounds. I'll just start and then you can join me whenever you'd like. Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga. You can join me now. Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga. Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga. Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga. 3 more. Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga. Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga. And the last one. Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga. Just coming back to a silent breath. And now we can start to rub our palms together. Once you feel they're nice and warm, you can place them to your closed eyes. And just repeat to make them even warmer this time. And just gently release and bring your hands in prayer in front of the heart space. And just feeling the gratitude for our practice, we bow our heads and say Namaste. Namaste, friends.